So where does someone learn something this intricate and complicated?
Well, I mean, I've been doing it a long time. My brother was in the business when I was growing up. He had a shop in Wellesley for many, many years. And it was my summer job in high school and college. And I've always been pretty mechanical, so whether it was taking bicycles apart or building tree forts or all kinds of things. And so when you get used to being mechanical, it just sort of comes naturally. So I went through more or less apprenticeship with my brother. And then went off to do other things I went to college for. So I did this part-time for many years. Enjoyed doing it more than what I did as a career. So we've had this shop now, well, we've been in Holliston now 7 years. And we've had a shop, full-time shop for over 10. So keeps me busy.
And what are you working on now?
This is a Dutch grandfather clock, early Dutch clock. It's 1780 era-wise, maybe a little earlier.
Wow.
The Dutch clocks are kind of neat because they're quarter strike movements, which means they strike on bells each quarter. And then they also have, if you look at the dial, they have a calendar and a day of the week, and some of them are extremely intricate as far as the amount of information that is given right on the clock. In a lot of ways, if you think about it, clocks were the highest technology of the day. They did the most, sort of the computer of the day. If you owned a clock, especially a really good clock, you were a fairly well-to-do person.
How do clocks from this clock's era compared to clocks of today?
Well, there's no comparison at all. Things today, generally the things you can buy today are not intended to be repaired. They're generally, replaced, just like anything else of today's society, unfortunately. These are made in such detail and craftsmanship that 200-300 years later, you can still repair them and still keep them going, which is what I love doing. And there's a connection with history, with people in history. I've worked on a few clocks that have direct connections with Benjamin Franklin, which I love. I mean, that part of history is an amazing thing. But to work on a clock that was made by a clockmaker who was a friend with Benjamin Franklin is pretty neat.
Plus, your workspace is never quiet.
No, it is not. It is not. I actually notice it when it does get quiet and I need to wind some clocks. Things, by the end of the week, things are starting to get a little quiet, and I have to run around and wind about 50 to 100 clocks, and it takes a while. So, but it's fun.
So every clock in this shop is a winder that you have to do yourself?
Yeah, with the exception of this one, which is an early self-winding clock. It originally it had dry cells in it that you used to be able to get, and once every about 20 minutes it would wind itself. Right now we have a battery running it, so I'm running it to test it right now. I haven't put the dial back on. But it's pretty fascinating to see the beginnings of the transitions between key wound and electric, and as technology changed, we adapted just like they do today.